It's Gene, retired in Mexico, and we ask one question on this channel, which is, do they write them and sing them like they used to? A lot of people, young and old, they think the old music is better, but I am not so sure. And today, you know, I wanted to show you that. Well, first of all, I haven't done a video in a while, and I apologize for that. I've been doing some theater here, and we just wrapped everything up Thursday night. I'm done with all these productions now. We don't have a lot of theater in the summertime here. And summertime, by the way, is now. It's April and May. That's summer in Mexico. So, anyway, uh, we're going to do a reaction to Bob Dylan, as you've seen from the thumbnail. And I got these four magazines from the record shop down here. He gave them to me. So, yeah. This is Life magazine, Bob Dylan. And then he gave me one that's uncut and Q magazine, Maximum Bob, and this one, which I read. This is the only one I've read all the way through, Uncut Legends, Bob Dylan. So right now I'm reading the Life magazine one, which is actually quite interesting. That's this one here. Uh, I'm learning a lot about his childhood and so forth. So yeah, I'm a big Dylan fan. He's been around over 60 years now. Can you believe it? And he's still doing some good stuff in the 21st century. So Mark Casserly, if you're watching this video, he recommended that I react to the video Murder Most Foul. And I hadn't done that for a couple reasons. One, there's a lot of reactions to that song. Most of them about a year old now. So I feel like I'm a day late and a dollar short in one regard. And the other is that, even though those people weren't blocked, I still have a high risk of being blocked with Bob Dylan. He's on Columbia Records. Uh, but I'll tell you, uh, I haven't heard this song. Yeah, it's been out a year and a half, I think, and I've not listened to Rough and Rowdy Ways yet. So yeah, I'm a big Bob Dylan fan, but I just haven't gotten around to the new album. So here's the lyric video. So let's go ahead and hit this up. This is a long song. It's something like 13 or 14 minutes long. So I wanted to get this lyric video on here. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm really looking forward to this. A huge Bob Dylan fan. I've seen him two times in concert. One time he played electric lead. It was in the late 90s, and he was the electric guitar player, and he did all the electric lead for the show. It was incredible. And the second time I saw him was on a double bill with Paul Simon. It was one of those flip a coin shows. Paul Simon played first, then they came out and did a couple songs together, and then Dylan closed the set. Both great sets. So I will say my least favorite part of that whole double bill was when the two were on stage together. Because where was Art Garfunkel when you needed him? You got two lead singers who can't sing harmony. It wasn't particularly pretty. I don't think those two sing that well together. But anyway, it was cool to see him on stage. So let's go ahead and hit this up.
'Twas a dark day in Dallas, November '63. A day that would live on in infamy. President Kennedy was a riding high. Good day to be living and a good day to die. Being led to the slaughter like a sacrificial lamb. He said, wait a minute, boys, you know who I am? Of course we do, we know who you are. Then they blew off his head while he was still in the car. Shot down like a dog in broad daylight. Was a matter of timing, and the timing was right. You got unpaid debts, we've come to collect. We're gonna kill you with hatred without any respect. We'll mock you and shock you, and we'll grin in your face. We've already got someone here to take your place.
Cynical.
The day they blew out the brains of the king.
Okay, so I got to stop this because this is really intense. So if you're wondering what my Kennedy experience is, I was 5 years old and I have no memory of it. I was protected from it or just too young, or I'm not sure what. When I was 5 years old, I remember our parakeet dying, but I don't remember the president of the United States dying. Uh, but I was in a relationship with someone 3 years older than I was, and so she was 8 when it happened. She remembers it vividly. Um, yeah, just that's where it's at. But I've come to understand over the years how America changed in '63. I think it was that and the Vietnam War, but uh, America kind of lost its innocence. But look at this line. He's not being. The thing is, I just want to say quickly, you got the strings coming in and the piano. It's so pretty, and then you've got these really graphic lyrics. So I just had to take a short break from this. It's pretty intense.
Thousands were watching, no one saw a thing. It happened so quickly, so quick by surprise. Right there in front of everyone's eyes. Greatest magic trick ever under the sun. Perfectly executed, skillfully done. Wolfman, oh wolfman, oh wolfman, ow. Rub-a-dub-dub, it's a murder most foul.
A lot of emotion in his voice.
Hush, little children, you'll understand. The Beatles are coming, they're gonna hold your hand. Slide down the banister, go get your coat. Ferry across the Mersey and go for the throat. There's 3 bums coming all dressed in rags. Pick up the pieces and lower the flags. I'm going to Woodstock, it's the Aquarian age. Then I'll go over to Altamont and sit near the stage. Put your head out the window, let the good times roll. There's a party going on behind the grassy knoll. Stack up the bricks, pour the cement. Don't say Dallas don't love you, Mr. President. Put your foot in the tank and step on the gas. Try to make it to the triple underpass. Blackface singer, whiteface clown. Better not show your faces after the sun goes down. I'm in the red light district like a cop on the beat. Living in a nightmare on Elm Street. When you're down on New Bellum, put your money in your shoe. Don't ask what your country can do for you. Cash on the bellhead, money to burn. Dealey Plaza, make a left-hand turn. I'm going down to the crossroads, gonna flag a ride. The place where faith, hope, and charity died. Shoot him while he runs, boy. Shoot him while you can. See if you can shoot the invisible man. Goodbye, Charlie. Goodbye, Uncle Sam. Frankly, Miss Scarlett, I don't give a damn. is the truth? And where did it go? Ask Oswald and Ruby, they ought to know. Shut your mouth, said when I slow down. Business is business, and it's a murder most found. Tommy, can you hear me? I'm the ancient queen. I'm riding in a long black Lincoln limousine,
So many references, pop culture
riding in the back
references.
seat next to my wife, heading straight on into the afterlife. I'm leaning to the left and got my head in her lap. Oh Lord, I've been led into some kind of a trap. Well, we ask no quarter do we give. We're right down the street from the street where you live. They mutilated his body and they took out his brain. What more could they do? They piled on the pain. But his soul was not there where it was supposed to be at. For the last 50 years, they've been searching for that. Freedom, oh freedom, freedom over me. I hate to tell you, mister, but only dead men are free. Send me some loving, tell me no lie. Throw the gun in the gutter and walk on by. Wake up, little Susie, let's go for a drive. Cross the Trinity River, let's keep hope alive. Turn the radio on, don't touch the dials. Parkland Hospital, only 6 more miles. You got me dizzy, Miss Lizzie, you fill me with lead. That magic bullet of yours has gone to my head. I'm just a patsy like Patsy Cline. Never shot anyone from in front or behind. Got blood in my eye, got blood in my ear. I'm never gonna make it to the new frontier. Stupidest film I've seen like before. Seen it 33 times, maybe more. It's vile and deceitful, it's cruel and it's mean. Ugliest thing that you ever have seen. They killed him once and they killed him twice. Killed him like a human sacrifice.
I just suppose I do need to stop it a couple times to modify the content, but just quickly, again, the instrumentation, total surprise. It's cellos and violins and piano and double bass, and it's completely different. I understood he recorded this with his touring band, but the orchestration, everything is just so different than any Dylan album, other than his, so-called Sinatra albums. Excuse me. So, um, but the other thing is you always have to dive into Dylan's lyrics. And boy, he hasn't written a straight narrative like this since this reminds me of the ballad of Hurricane Carter, that tells a straight story. Dylan's always shrouded in illusions and mythologies. So to just get this gorgeous music and just a straight lyric, Wow. I haven't heard Dylan this direct in a long time.
The day that they killed him, someone said to me, son, the age of the Antichrist has just only begun. Air Force One coming in through the gate. Johnson sworn in at 2:38. Let me know when you decide to throw in the towel. It is what it is, and it's murder most foul.
Well, there's some percussion coming in, some cymbals, some shakers. Oh, I got a little moth.
What's new, pussycat? What do I say? I said the soul of a nation been torn
Murder.
away, and it's beginning to go into a slow decay. And that it's 36 hours past Judgment Day. Wolfman Jack, he's speaking in tongues. He's going on and on at the top of his lungs. Play me a song, Mr. Wolfman Jack. Play it for me in my long Cadillac. Play me that only the good die young. Take me to the place Tom Dooley was hung. Play St. James Infirmary in the court of King James. If you want to remember, you better write down the names. Play it at James 2. Play it Rather Go Blind.
It's a great song.
Play it for the man with a telepathic mind. Play John Lee Hooker, play Scratch My Back. Play it for that strip club owner named Jack. Guitar slim going down slow. Play it for me and for Marilyn Monroe. Play, please don't let me be misunderstood. Play it for the first lady, she ain't feeling too good. Play Don Henley, play Glenn Fry. Take it to the limit and let it go by. Play it for Kyle Wilson too. Looking far, far way down Gower Avenue. Play Tragedy, play Twilight Time. Take me back to Tulsa, to the scene of the crime. Play another one and another one bites the dust. Play the old rugged cross and in God we trust. Ride the pink horse down that long lonesome road. Stand there and wait for his head to explode. Play Mystery Train for Mr. Mystery, the man who fell down dead like a rootless tree. Play it for the reverend, play it for the pastor. Play it for the dog that got no master. Play Oscar Peterson, play Stan Getz. Play Blue Sky, play Dickie Betts. Play Art Pepper, Thelonious Monk, Charlie Parker, and all that junk.
Pun on junk there.
All that junk and all of that jazz. Play something for the Birdman of Alcatraz. Play Buster Keaton, play Harold Lloyd. Play Bugsy Siegel, play Pretty Boy Floyd. Play the numbers, play the odds. Play Cry Me a River for the Lord of the Gods. Play number 9, play number 6. Play it for Nancy and Stevie Nicks. Play Nat King Cole, play Nature Boy. Lay down in the boondocks for Terry Malloy. Play It Happened One Night and One Night of Sin. There's 12 million souls that are listening in. Play Merchant of Venice, play Merchants of Death. Play Stella by Starlight for Lady Macbeth. Don't worry, Mr. President. Help's on the way. Your brothers are coming. There'll be hell to pay. Brothers, what brothers? What's this about hell? Tell them we're waiting, keep coming. We'll get them as well. Love Field is where his plane touched down, but it never did get back up off the ground. It was a hard act to follow, second to none. They killed him on the altar of the rising sun. But ain't misty for me and that old devil moon. Play Anything Goes and Memphis in June. Play Lonely at the Top and Lonely Are the Brave. Play it for Houdini spinning around his grave. Play Jelly Roll Morton, play Lucille. Play Deep in a Dream and play Driving Wheel. Play Moonlight Sonata in F sharp. And the key to the highway for the king of the harp. Play Marching Through Georgia in Dunbarton's drums. Play Darkness and Death Will Come When It Comes. Play Love Me or Leave Me by the Great Bird Pound. Play the Bloodstained Banner, play Murder Most Foul.
Wow. Self-reference. I've heard almost every one of those songs that he mentioned. And then he mentions the song we're listening to. Wow. Well, so one of the quotes in one of the magazines that I read there was that Dylan's moving forward by moving backwards. And this song just perfectly explains that. I mean, he's mining the past in order to make a statement about then and now, you know, because so much, the music we listen to on this channel, a lot of the rap and metal and some of the indie rock that we listen to has some really dark lyrical content. And there are a lot of songs about the state of the environment or the potential end of the world or, horrific events. And, sometimes my peers, uh, they've turned off some of that music, but someone like Dylan here would get it, which is, as he wrote in 63, the times they are changing, and they are, and they have changed, and it's not the same world anymore. So why wouldn't the music reflect that? To just turn that off and go la la la. So for Dylan to just as an elder statesman here to put it so eloquently with that beautiful music, the music would pull in older people. Uh, but the lyrics are he's not mincing any words here, and such poetry, everything rhymes. Mm. And a lot of puns. He talked about Charlie Parker and all that junk. Charlie Parker, of course, was addicted to heroin, and then he talked about um, what was that other one that he had? He had some really play St. James Infirmary in the Palace of King James. You know, just a lot of twists and turns of phrases and clever wordplay and rhymes and then using all those songs. And then he sets you up for that last line, play murder most foul. Um, yeah, the Kennedy assassination, it just changed everything. And I've noticed on November 22nd, when the anniversary comes around, you don't see a lot written about it. Once in a while, you see a little blurb in the paper, but I don't see a lot of things on Facebook about, hey, it's the anniversary of the assassination. And that's because we turn a blind eye from all this uncomfortable stuff. I think Dylan's putting his finger on the pulse here. You know, he understands we don't want to look at this. I mean, that's my take. People don't want to look at this, but it's important. And history, you know, it's like Ziggy Marley sang, don't know the past, don't know the future. And I agree with that 100%. So, with that, thanks for watching the video. If you're still here, I am floored by this. It wasn't what I expected musically, it was a bit of what I expected lyrically, but still full of surprises. And I can't believe I took a year and a half to listen to it. But now I had a chance to do it with you guys. And well, this is S tier, guys, S tier all the way. Yeah, not just because he's an well, in part because he's an elder statesman, but it's Dylan. It's Dylan. He's that talented. And the let's talk about the singing real quick. We'll close the video with that. Uh, the articulation and the inflection, and he had that both compassion and cynicism kind of blended in his inflection, and it's brilliantly done. I think Dylan cares, and he doesn't. Well, he cares, but he's resigned. I think he's very he. I've seen interviews with him, and you know he is deeply religious, and he just thinks that things are in motion. So I understand that. I understand that, and it really came through in this song. So Mark Casserly, thank you for the suggestion, and I've been meaning to listen to this song for a long time. So, as again, thank you for joining me on the channel. And as we say here in Bonita, Mexico, buen dia.